I'm standing in Central Park, the town square of Washington, Iowa. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And on this episode, I am going to ask folks to go back in time to when they were a kid and what was their favorite Christmas gift as a child. You're going to see a lot of familiar faces. You're going to hear their little Christmas story, and it's all brought to you by Griner Auto Body of Washington, Iowa, using state-of-the-art techniques and decades of experience to get your car back on the road after an accident. Car Doctor of Washington, Iowa. No matter who Frankensteined it, they can fix and clean and customize it. McDonald Boneyard of Keota, Iowa, for all your farm equipment and auto recycling needs. Hinshaw Trailer Sales of Richland, Iowa. You need a trailer, they've got your trailer, and they fix what they sell and don't in their full-time repair shop. Girling Repair of Winfield, Iowa. If your mower is dead, call Fred, your Husqvarna, Aaron's, and Gravely dealer, and Fred fixes and sells snow blowers as well. B&B Propane and the family of Jet Stops present Southeast Iowa Today. I'm John Bain, author of Christie's Journey, The Beat Goes On, and your host. What was your favorite Christmas gift as a child? Joe, tell us your favorite Christmas gift.
Well, it's hard to choose, but there's two specifically that I really would have to highlight. I would say I had a He-Man Christmas one year, where I got like the Castle Grayskull, and then around the tree, just a whole row of different He-Man characters.
Very cool.
And that was a very exciting Christmas morning, only to be topped perhaps or equaled out by, I think it was the following year when I became Sweetness. And what I mean by that is I got the Walter Payton uniform. Helmet, shoulder pads, jersey, pants.
Number 34.
So I was rocking that at every backyard football game for I don't even know how many years after that.
No.
Those would be my two favorite Christmas
awesome.
memories.
Well, thanks for sharing, and Merry Christmas, Joe.
And same to you.
Laura, what was your favorite childhood Christmas gift?
Oh, I mean, that was a long time ago, but I do remember getting a little Yorkshire Terrier puppy as a child, so that probably was one of my favorite.
And what was the puppy's name?
Oh gosh, that's a long time. I can't remember. I think she was just. I don't remember.
We'll call her Puppy.
Yeah. That's about it.
Well, thank you so much for sharing, and I
Okay.
wish you a Merry Christmas.
Okay, you too.
Ryan, what was your favorite gift as a child? A favorite Christmas gift?
Oh God. Let's see. Well, let's see. I'll take it back. I was probably about 3 years old, 3 to 4, and me and my brother got matching Western shirts and hats, and we got gun belts and all that stuff. You know, he was probably about 4 years older than I was, so he's probably about 8. And we got Tonka trucks that year with, I got one, it had a stock rack, it had horses and cattle and stuff like that, and a little trailer. He got like the dump truck and the cement mixer and things like that. I would say that's the one I kind of remember the most, you know, but
That must have been pretty special if you can remember it from
oh
that
yeah,
young.
I mean, you know, that was 61 years ago.
Wow.
You know, so yeah, I remember there's light blue, and Nightlight was made in Illinois somewhere. There was a factory over there that made Nightlight. It was basically kind of like Tonka, but you know.
So it was a heavy duty metal.
It was heavy. Oh yeah, it was all metal. I mean, they had plastic grills and that and windshield, but most of it was, I mean, you could abuse them pretty good back then.
Gotcha.
Anyway, yeah, I would say the steel trucks. You know, later on was Hot Wheels and that, and then I would play Barbies with my sister once in a great while, and I had Johnny West and all them too. So
I remember the Johnny West. Those were cool.
Okay.
Those were cool. Well, thank you, Ryan.
That was probably about it. Yep. Thank you.
Have a Merry Christmas.
You bet.
I definitely have some favorite Christmas gifts from when I was a child, and two of them come to my mind right away. The first one was the Fonzie jacket that my Grandma Catherine and Grandpa Jess got me when I was probably 9 years old. And then my Verdi Bird helicopter that either my mom and dad or Santa Claus got for me. That was the coolest thing ever. You could fly the helicopter, you had controls for it. It was all hooked together with a wire, and the controls were wired into the center console, and the vertibird helicopter flew around in circles. It had a hook on it, and it could pick up the bad guy car that came with it. It had a spoiler on the back of the car, and you could pick up that bad guy's car with the hook that was on the vertibird helicopter. Talk about a Merry Christmas. Just want to take a quick break here. I'm snug as a bug in a rug next to Frosty in my Southeast Iowa Today with John Bain blanket. I'll tell you what, it's like a, I don't know if you call it a fleece or what you call it, but it is darn soft and warm at the same time. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is Christmas is coming, the holidays. This is your favorite podcast. You should tell people about it. I've got t-shirts available. I've got this neat blanket. Your favorite beverage tastes even better when it's in a Southeast Iowa Today coffee mug. And on the back, it says, "Stay friendly, Southeast Iowa." And got the tumblers. Things your favorite drink stays cold or hot in that. And something to put on the Christmas tree. Southeast Iowa Today with John Bain ornament. And on the back, "Stay friendly, Southeast Iowa." It's all on the website that I'm putting right here. Here's the address. It'll also be in the comments as a link. So check us out. Get some Southeast Iowa Today merchandise. Thank you for watching, and stay friendly, Southeast Iowa. Carol.
Hi, how are you, John?
I'm doing great. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you today.
And back at you. And what is your favorite memory, your favorite childhood Christmas gift that pops to mind?
Okay. Well, I have quite a few.
Good.
But so my brother and I were only 2 years apart, and I was the youngest. And we loved playing with Barbie and the Ken dolls and Johnny and Jane West and the covered wagons and all the Indians and cowboys. We had a great time playing, you know, with them. But I think what we always liked doing too is we would get up and we had a catalog, and it was either a Sears or a Montgomery Ward catalog, and we'd sit at the table for hours and look through that catalog and make it a wish list to Santa.
Okay.
And then a lot of times, you know, if we just was creative, if we didn't have the extra money to do things, we would make like paper dolls, but we'd make them out of the catalog. If it was an old one, we'd rip out the pages.
So there'd be like the models?
The models that would
Pictures.
display, yeah, that would have clothes, you know, different clothes than the guys. And we would glue them on a light piece of cardboard and stand them up. And we made our own cutout dolls.
Oh, neat.
Because my sister was 11 years older than I am, and she had no reason to do the kind of fun stuff that I enjoyed doing.
Right, right.
Yeah. But yeah, we would play cowboys and Indians, and I loved the old Christmas tree, the old silver Christmas tree, the aluminum one.
Yes.
With the colored wheel. And I miss kind of those traditions, you know. It's kind of hard to find those trees now.
Yeah.
And I think as we get older and, you know, we have children and grandchildren and we listen to different music, it kind of takes us back to those Christmas, you know, memories. And
it sure does. And you just talking about Johnny and Jane West, that made me remember, oh yeah, I had some of those. My brother and sister and I, we had those too. Those were neat.
Now, Ronnie, my brother, was really into G.I. Joes.
Okay.
I didn't want nothing to do with G.I. Joes. But anyway, it's good that when you have siblings close to the same age, you know, you can interact. I mean, you know, sometimes it wasn't always good. We always fought. But
you always had someone to play with and somebody to fight with.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, that is awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Can I ask you what yours is? You know, you're asking everybody about us. What about you?
Well, I have two.
Okay.
That come to mind. My Fonzie jacket.
Really?
That my grandma Catherine got me, and my grandpa Jess.
Does it still fit?
No. I was like 9.
Yeah.
And even if I would have been even older, it wouldn't have still fit. But then I also had a Vertibird helicopter.
Really?
That I believe Santa Claus got for me. And the Vertibird helicopter was cool because it was something you could control. It had controls. It was all hooked with wires and such, but it came with a bad guy car and then a fake road made out of cardboard.
Really?
And the little car had a spoiler on the back, and the Vertibird helicopter had a hook. And you could fly that helicopter down, pick that car up with the hook, and then fly it around and drop them off in the Hooskow.
Wow. Yeah.
How about that?
That's neat. Well, you kind of have a fun car, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Is it a Starsky and Hutch car? Or
Oh, it's the General Lee.
Oh, the Dukes of
Hazzard.
Hazzards.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
for sure. Not getting that out right now due to the weather, but it'll be ready in the spring to be out cruising around again.
Well, John, I'm really glad you came into Boxcar Treasures because we have antiques, crafts, and collectibles. And we have a lot of things that can take you down memory lane of all your childhood
You sure
traditions. And so,
Tell the folks your address here.
yeah. So it's 110 South Iowa Avenue. And we're right on the east side of the square, close to Don's shoe store. And also next door, we have Central Park Antiques,
Yes.
which is really nice because they have a different vibe on antiques. They're pretty much all antiques where we have a little bit of a different variety. So we work really blended well together.
I say, I mean, you've got something for everybody here. That's for
All
sure.
ages.
All
Yeah.
ages, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially this big kid here.
Yeah.
Carol,
Okay.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you for stopping in. I was so
You're
glad
welcome.
to see you. I
Now-
didn't know that this was going to happen, but you just never know.
I didn't know it was going to happen either until I did. Tell the folks the address one more time because they're going to see it on the screen as you're talking.
Okay, Boxcar Treasures, you can find us. Our location is in Washington on the east side of the square, 110 South Iowa Avenue.
How about that?
Yeah.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Mary.
Christmas to you.
Beth, Janisa, Allison, thanks for being on the podcast. Merry Christmas to all three of you. What was your favorite childhood Christmas gift? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, Beth.
My most cherished Christmas gift I got was Evel Knievel as a child. I couldn't wait. He was big at the time, and boy, Mattel really pushed that on TV, and that is all I wanted. And I got it.
And did you had his motorcycle, or did you have the Snake River Canyon rocket ship?
I had the motorcycle where you put him up on the little stand and you revved him up, and then you hit the lever and he would take off the floor. Yeah, and then my brother and I, we made ramps and everything. It was great. We made our own canyon.
That's awesome. Nice. That's awesome. Janisa.
Yes, when I was 16, I didn't know, but I was going to get my first cell phone. I had been begging for one, and all my friends had them. And my mom tried to make it really special, and she said, okay, just a second before you open this, I forgot something in the kitchen. Well, little did I know that she had charged the phone, and she wanted to call it, but the battery had run dead. So she's like all disappointed and comes back and, oh, never mind, just open it. But I was, to my excitement, got a cell phone, and they had a yellow and purple butterfly case, and I remember just thinking I was the coolest person in the whole world to have my little Razor phone, and it was pretty special. My parents were always really great about making Christmas really special, so I was always thankful for Mom's effort, even though it didn't work out all the time. It was just a special, funny memory we can look at now and laugh.
That's awesome. I'm thinking you're so young. When I was 16, I didn't even imagine I could get a cell phone. It just wasn't in the realm then.
And it was because I started driving. My friends had it much earlier, and my dad actually got a discount from working at the University of Iowa hospitals, and that's the only reason I got it. Because they're like, we're not paying a lot of money for this phone, so it was a perk. It was meant to be.
That is awesome. And how about you, Allison?
Well, I would have to say it was I had a little Casio keyboard, so I would, it would play different songs, and I remember the song, da 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 da, and it had little red lights that would light up. So
Okay.
it like taught you how to play the song along with it. And then at the end, you press rating, and it would give you a rating. Like if you did poorly, it would be like like it'd play this really sad, like pathetic song. But it would like you know, if you did awesome. And I don't know, I just remember that was like the longest like standing. Like I still get it out today. I still have it, and it still works. And
That's
I still
awesome.
can play all those songs because it's like so ingrained in my brain. But I am still bitter though that I did not get a speak and spell. So Santa, if you're listening, I would still like a speak and spell.
Yeah.
I really thought that was cool, and it was kind of like, you know, before computers were a thing, but I never got one.
Yeah,
so.
if he's listening, I'd take an American Girl doll. I never got one. But still love one.
Beth, any requests?
I have everything I need.
Oh.
All right. Well, ladies, thank you for sharing, and I hope you get those presents that you still would like to have. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
How fun was that? I want to thank everybody that participated and shared what their favorite Christmas gift was as a child, and I want to thank you for watching. And I've got to thank our sponsors: Griner Auto Body, Car Doctor, McDonald Boneyard, Hinshaw Trailer Sales, Girling Repair, B&B Propane, and the family of Jet Stops. I'm your host, John Bain. Merry Christmas, and stay friendly, Southeast Iowa.